Hey guys, it's Mike with Redneck Politics, where real American voices matter. And right now, they're going to matter. There's so much that we could talk about, but just like yesterday, and just like what's running across the rest of the internet, is this with ICE. They have pretty much went lawless. The thing that sickens me the most is everybody sits and they see this video. They see what took place. They see that the gun was taken away, and they see that this man was shot and killed in cold blood. This man, Pretty, 37-year-old ICU nurse who works for the veterans, who saves lives every day. This man has been highly talked about because of the compassion and the caring and the type of person that he is. And for our government officials to stand up and talk about this man as if he was some type of terrorist who was coming to inflict harm upon ICE officers is just appalling. Because even seeing the video, from what we have seen, what they are saying is nothing but a blatant fucking lie. And they think that the American people are so fucking stupid that they're not going to believe their eyes. We're supposed to believe them. They're sitting there saying, this man who comes to a protest with a weapon. I mean, Bessent yesterday, I would have loved just to have been in his face. You're sitting here talking about Proud Boys, the Oath Keepers. They show up to all these protests, and they are armed to the teeth. They're not armed with just a sidearm. They're armed with AR-15s and every goddamn thing else. But you don't say that about them, do you? What about the kid? The 17-year-old, I don't even know if he was 17. Actually, Rittenhouse. That's who it was, Rittenhouse. That killed those two people when the Black Lives Matter protest was going on. He came to the protest with an AK-47 and killed two people. And y'all talked about him as if he was a fucking hero. It was his right to have this weapon on them. So which is it, people? Which is it? Is it right or is it wrong? Or is it just when it's fucking convenient for you? Because that's the way it seems to be going, is when it's convenient for you. And Americans ain't buying this shit no more, man. You are destroying this country. And I honestly feel like the administration is trying to divide the American people. That's what I feel. And so far, some of it's working. But not to the degree that you think, people. Because there are a lot of Republicans who are now standing up saying, this is not right. We need a full investigation on this, and we do. But let me tell you something. What if this shit would have stopped when Renee Good was killed? It should have stopped then. Because that woman was murdered. And you're telling me that you're not going to prosecute these ICE agents? Actually, I don't think they're the only ones that need to be prosecuted. I actually feel like that these people in the administrative, the supervisors, the Stephen Millers, I think they need to be prosecuted. to the fullest extent. But this has got to stop, or it's going to come to a head. And what then, people? I don't call for violence. I think violence is the worst thing in this world that can happen for us Americans. Because the only time we're divided is when our government tries to divide us. Because every one of us are American citizens. And we believe in democracy. And we believe in our country. We believe in our Constitution and our Bill of Rights. And we all follow the law. But what about the ones who aren't following the law? What about the ones who are sitting in the executive office, the White House, breaking the laws? We never had this before. This is very unprecedented. These ICE agents need to be taken out. And I don't mean like that. I mean, it needs to stop. They need to be taken away from any thing, any city, any town, any state, and to continue doing what they're doing, because these guys are going to an area and they're just getting out of their vehicles and storming people. If you even remotely look like you're from another country, they're going to run you through the ring. We're all American citizens. I agree that our country got out of hand with all the immigrants coming here. But Trump has stopped that. He closed the border, which is what him and every other administration for years back should have done. But they didn't. You even had a bill that was taken, that was put on the floor, and they were going to pass it bipartisan. They were going to pass the bill for immigration. And Trump said no. Vote it down. I don't want them to have a victory. I'm running for president. I want to win. I want that recognition. You see, it's all about him, about Trump, what he wants. And his family and his associates are just as fucking bad. This Stephen Miller, I tell you what you do, fella. Why don't you get out there with them ICE agents and let's see how long you last. But you're not, because you're a fucking coward. You have been a coward all your life. You will always be a coward. You will die a coward. And those type of people we don't need in our government. There's a lot more that's going to transpire before it's all said and done. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that people get some fucking sense to them and pull these ICE agents out of there. There's a way for them to do their job without wreaking havoc every place they go and innocent people dying. Where's all these these people that were, running drugs, and they're part of gangs, and they're killers or murderers. They break all of our laws. They're over here illegally. Where are they at? We ain't even heard anything about that shit. Nobody's counting that. You know why? Because there's nothing for them to count. This is getting out of hand. It's getting out of control. And some way we have got to have some responsible minds. Do something to rein this in. Because at some point in time, real Americans are going to come out. And they're going to fight for our democracy, our freedom, our Constitution, our rights. Because we are Americans. And we will stand together. No matter how many of you think that you're going to separate us, divide us, and then be able to take control like you're wanting to do. That's what you motherfuckers are trying to do. But you see, people see that shit. But first thing first right now, you continue killing innocent Americans, and Mr. Trump, it's going to backfire on you so bad, you're going to wish you was never born. I'm telling you. You and all your administrative heads. I love my country, and I'll fight and die for my country, as I'm sure every other American would. None of us deserve to be killed by irrational people who aren't even trained right. They don't even know what they're doing. And you got them thrown out there. This 37-year-old nurse was coming to the aid of a woman that was assaulted by another ICE agent. Now think about that. If that was your mother standing there and an ICE agent assaulted her and shoved her to the ground as hard as he could, well, I don't think they want to know what you would do. People, it's not right. We all have to stand up for each other. This is our country. This is not about right and left now. You know, and I'm really sick of hearing about this right and left. There is no fucking right and left. We're all Americans. And if you can't all agree to get into Congress and do what's right by the American people instead of your own selfish reasoning, then we don't need you in there. And I hope everybody turns out come midterms to show you it's not about just being a Republican. It's not just about being a Democrat. It's not about being an independent. It's about being an American. It's about doing the right things, making the right call, and we all support each other. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your beliefs are. You have that right. You're an American. And I want you in that foxhole with me if I've got to defend our country. That's what I want. But this separation of making it good versus evil, that's what they're doing. That's what they want to do. And all this time, you don't see what's really happening. I mean, because it's really going down. And there's a lot of things that not only me, but there's got a lot of other folks are going to be talking about here pretty quick. Because there's a lot of conning, a lot of lies. They're ripping off the American people. They're laying the cost upon the American people's back. They are getting richer and richer, and the poor and the middle class is having to carry the brunt end of the bullshit. And we're going to be the ones to pay for it. But you don't care. You don't care. As long as you get your wealth and all your highfalutin buddies get their wealth, that's all you care about. And those are the type of people that we need to keep out of office. We need to quit just listening to the bullshit about, well, we promised to do this and we promised to do that and we promised to do this, and then when they get in office they don't do a goddamn thing. And then when they do get in office, if they do the things that they're talking about, nobody voted for Trump to bring ICE agents into these cities and kill American citizens. Nobody. And if they would have known that that's exactly what you were going to do, you wouldn't have been voted for. Nobody would have voted you in. You're a liar. You're a cheat. You're a scum. Well, you're a con, but you are scum too. Yeah, and that's sad that I have to talk about an American president like that. But the thing of it is he's brought every bit of this on himself. He's done this to the American people. He's done this to our country. He's destroying our allies, all for his own reasoning, his own gains, his own purposes, his own riches. It's got to stop. And I'm going to tell you, as long as I got a breath in my body and I got this camera, I got a lot to say. And I'm telling you now, what I'll talk about is going to be nothing but the facts. Because you do not deserve to be lied to the way you're being lied to. Whether it's coming from the left or it's coming from the right. We need people in there to shoot fucking straight and tell the truth. So guys, if you like this kind of content, hit that alert button. Hit that like for me. And for God's sakes, most of all, hit that subscribe. Because we need people telling you the facts. We have the media now who are so damn scared of Trump. They're scared to say the facts because they're scared they're going to get sued. Man, I don't give a damn about no low. I ain't got nothing anyway. But I'm going to give you the facts. You can believe that. I don't have no team. I ain't got nobody working for me. I ain't got no money being made. Nothing. But I'm tired of waking up every day and seeing what our government is doing to the United States and the citizens that live here. So you guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe, and I'll make sure you're always aware and up to date of all factual content. So, I appreciate it. You guys have a good day, and I'll see y'all next time. Thank you.